This short video will explain what you do when you get lost, because we all get lost occasionally. But there are maps at every location, and I'm going to show you how to use them. If you get hopelessly lost, you can't find a location, you're completely befuddled by anything, always call the office. Don't be afraid to call people. That's what we're here for. That's what my job is to answer the phone for lost drivers. So don't be afraid to call me so that you can, and I'll walk you through a place, but generally you can find the places, and those directions are always in Jobber. So let's go back to Jobber. However you have your phone arranged for work apps, hit the Jobber app. And sometimes it takes a second to load. Hit the people button, upper left corner, third line down, the little two green people. You'll bring up the list of locations, all the different routes. Whether you're a company driver, the routes are on the top. If you're a cart swapper, aggregator, outpost driver, the routes are at the bottom. Let's look at KTLCB route. The outpost, let's look at the first location, the outpost, the KTLCB office, if you've never been there. As I mentioned before in the Jobber video, directions from wherever you're at to Jobber is right here using a little direction exclamation point right above the word start timer. Hit that and Google will route you to where you need to go. This little red,
You've got mail.
The little red pin here that you see in the middle, that is where the carts are located. Okay, it's not necessary, and she does a pretty good job, Google does a pretty good job of getting you to where you need to go. I work hard at getting the pins properly placed so that Google can direct you. Even when you're driving through a parking lot, she's still going to be able to direct you. But you get there and you still can't find, even with Google, you can't see where the carts are. Go back to the page, to the location page. Underneath the start timer, where it says start timer, there's a line that says info, job, client, notes. Hit the notes button. In the notes button at every location, every single location, there is a paragraph, generally, of how to get to where you're going, written out. And then there's a picture, an aerial picture of going. So if you get to the location, you don't know where you're going, hit the notes button. Read the instructions or hit the picture. Bring up the picture, expand it big enough so you can see it, and you can see an overhead picture. Here's some railroad tracks. So there's the building. This is the Keep Toledo Lucas County Beautiful building. You see that you go in the driveway, you go all the way in the back, circle around the back buildings, and you see the pin. The carts are on the back side of the back building. So you go in, circle around, and that's where the carts are. It's very dark back there, so make sure you get there in the light where you can see. But every location that you go to will have a map like this, an overhead map. We can back out a couple of locations. Let's look at Balance Perrysburg. You're there, can't find the carts at Balance Perrysburg. You hit the notes button, again, right below start timer. Scroll down to the map, and then here's the map, and with a little direction how to turn, how to get up on the street, and here the carts are located on the side of the building, and I'll give you a direction. So if you can't see the cart when you get there, use the notes feature. Every location, every stop has an overhead view like this with some crayon drawings, as we call them, showing you how to get to where the carts are. Use the notes. And if you really get lost, call me, but you shouldn't have to. It's all in Jobber under notes.